And now, number 46.
I was shocked when I saw the first episode of Friday Night Lights, when that premiered. And when the quarterback is talking to a bunch of 5th and 6th graders, a kid asks him, "Are you going to be like Troy Aikman or Roger Staubach?" who retired about 20 years before this kid would have been born. It's almost like Staubach, he's the George Washington of Cowboy quarterbacks. Roger Staubach was the first athlete that I ever loved or worshiped, whatever term you want to use. The idea of America's team, I really believed that. So of course, I'm going to love the best player on the country's best team. Tarkington was probably the best known scrambler, but Staubach's scrambling was much more aggressive to me, where instead of trying to flee guys, he seemed to actually enjoy the contact. Staubach was a fairly reckless player. I mean, that's part of the reason he got hurt so much. Even now I'm 38, I still think of him in the most classically heroic way. Because when you watched Cowboy games, even if they were behind by 14 or 17, it didn't really matter what the score was, there was a high likelihood that they would come back, because so much of their success was built around Staubach's ability to bring the team back.
In the 1972 divisional playoff, the former naval officer demonstrated why he earned the nickname Captain Comeback, throwing 2 touchdowns in the final 2 minutes. During an 11-year NFL career, Staubach led 15 fourth-quarter comeback victories, including this one that gave birth to the term Hail Mary.
Well, the Cowboys need a miracle. Roger takes the snap, pumps it once. He's going long. Down the near sideline for Drew Pearson. Pearson makes the catch at the 5. Touchdown! Would you believe it?
There's probably never been a better role model than Roger Staubach, certainly in sports. He seems like the best possible American you could create. If you dreamed of having a son, it would be like Staubach. He went to the Naval Academy, won the Heisman, he was awesome there. Then he goes and fights in an unwinnable war. He was very clear that he was a religious person. He went on the NFL Today and sort of bragged about how he has a great sex life, but only with his wife.
Everyone in the world compares me to Joe Namath, as far as, the idea of off the field. He's single, bachelor swinging, I'm married and family, and, he's having all the fun. And, I enjoy sex as much as Joe Namath. Only I do it with one girl,
There you go.
But it's still fun, it's the same thing.
Part of the difference between Staubach and Namath, besides the obvious thing that Namath had the big sideburns and was a womanizer, is that just Namath was more image conscious than Staubach was. As a player, really comparing Staubach and Namath is crazy. Staubach was twice as good.
Staubach was the MVP in Super Bowl VI and played in 4 World Championship games. In Super Bowl XII, he won his 2nd ring.
Roger goes deep across the middle, way downfield, and Butch Johnson caught! Touchdown!
Staubach is arguably the best quarterback of the 70s. When he retired, he had the highest quarterback ranking at the time of all time. So he was technically the best passer in the history of the game.
I appreciate my teammates through the years because I'm one that's been successful in this system. It's been a lot of good ones. And there'll be many more good ones. But I thank the Cowboys, and I'm retired.
Aikman had more success than Staubach. I'm sure his career completion percentage is much higher because he was very accurate. I'm sure all his numbers are higher because he played at a time when it was more of a passing league. But I don't know if there'll ever be a point when people talk about the greatest Cowboys that Staubach isn't seen as their starting quarterback. There's no way anyone can be better than him because he kind of created the template for what being a great Cowboy quarterback is.